There's Mr. Frank. Are you working today, sir? Or did the state of New Jersey give you the day off? I'm just here for the lulls. There's the first lull. Nice. There's Tom Duffy. Mr. Frank is working today. There's no holiday for him. Banks, post office, government agencies off. The people who do the important work, like fertilize the world, they're working. You're not a free man. No, you are not a free man. Tom, are you working today? Or did your wonderful boss give you the day off? No holiday for you either. Shelly is off today. Apparently she works for a better company than you two. Bozos. I called you bozos. We watched the rock legends Bret Michaels one last night. Didn't really learn a lot new. Other than the fact that not only is his wife have a lot of plastic surgery, but both of his grown daughters also. One of them got her lips done, and the other one got her boobs done, it looks like. I can only imagine if that was your dad growing up. You know? I guess there's worse people to have as your dad growing up, but Tommy Lee would probably be an awful father, I would imagine. Everybody loves Brett though. They skimmed right over the Richie Kotzen being in the band, and then we fired him. I mean, you fired him because he was banging Ricky's fiance. Why you fired him? Rock of Love was such a sham. They talked about that a lot. I never saw it. They talked about that a lot. Of course, I think he was still married to that woman at the time or something. I don't know how that all worked out. Did they even mention Blues Saraceno? Yes, it literally they said they do like about a minute and a half of Richie Kotzen in the band. They did the Native Tongue album. We were touring. Nobody was getting along, and then we fired Richie, and then we added Blue Saraceno into the band for a little bit, and then they talk about his other stuff he was doing, like that cheesy movie he did, rock, all this other stuff, and then they were like, we knew we had to get Cece back in the band, so that's basically what they did. They got they talked about getting Cece back in the band. So literally, the dude gets one mention. They don't ever say, obviously, why Richie Kotzen got tossed from the band. Well, other than that, that was pretty much it. He drives around the old neighborhood.
You learned very surprisingly that his solo career is something.
What?
You learned very surprisingly that his solo career actually does something.
Yeah, exactly. We were very surprised watching it that his solo career is actually as big as they're saying it was. Considering every song that they played, every song that they had on, I'm like, what did you say about it?
I don't know.
Basically, it was like these songs are so cheesy.
Yeah, definitely.
Like none of them, not one of them songs sounded good. That party thing he does is huge. Yeah, so apparently he's still doing Poison and he's still doing his solo stuff. And I know he does like for Bike Week. I know he's down here. He plays at the Pavilion, the Bruce Ross Myers Pavilion. At the Harley dealership every year. I know he does Sturgis every year, so he does all the biker events, stuff like that. But like all of the songs they played, and I've never listened to Bret Michaels solo. Apparently, he has a bunch of albums out, and every song is just really cheesy. And I'm like, I guess all your cheesy sad stuff you're going to do here, and you're going to do all your party stuff. You've done it with Poison, but not like you guys are ever going to release anything else. Basically, their thing is like, we're just going to do a greatest hits package and tour, which, you know what? Work for Kiss, right? Maybe it's working for Poison. Yeah, the solo stuff is like bad country music. Yeah, it's real heartfelt. Like he wrote a song with one of his daughters, the daughter with the plump fake lips, and then they talk about it for like 5 minutes. They talk about more of this dumb song that sounded awful than they talked about Richie Kotzen or Blues Saraceno. They wrote this heartfelt song together because she was being bullied or something. I don't know, whatever. Probably because of her lips. Yeah. And then they showed him pictures of him in the hospital on his deathbed, wearing his bandana because you don't want to see he looks like Hulk Hogan now. He just looks weird. Like his facial hair looks like he's spray painted it on. It just looks really weird. They were probably all like, your dad looks like a girl. Probably. That's probably what it is. Oh, you have two moms? One of your moms is Bret Michaels. The stuff I always dig how the band started, and I know all that, but I like to see some of the older pictures, and they talked about the other stuff. So it was all right. And then they hold up the cover for Look with the Cat Dragon. Yeah. So apparently, I think they say in there, which I don't think I knew, that something happened with CeCe's face, like he had broken out or something, right before they did the album photos. And so when they did all the pictures, he looked awful. So they airbrushed all that stuff out, but then it basically just did like that author we know, when she airbrushes her face so much you can't even tell it's her. And then the record company's like, well, it looks weird with 1 out of 4 of them, so we got to airbrush all 4. So they airbrushed really, really bad all 4 of them, and then that's what the cover is. But they were quick to point out, we never wore that much makeup. I'm like, dude, you wore a lot of makeup. Let's not act like you guys looked like Slayer, and all of a sudden they put some makeup on you. I mean, you guys legitimately looked like that. Yeah, but everyone knows that cover. Exactly. Everybody knows that cover is right. So it was an interesting 2 hours. I think next week is Dee Snider, and then I think there's an Alice Cooper one coming. So we'll see if those how good those are. But anyway, that's what we watched. That's what we watched last night. My wife made me shrimp patties, shrimp burgers for lunch. And Tom, if you're still listening, you'd be interested to know they were delicious. She fried them up, flipped them 4.5 minutes, 5 minutes, 4.5 minutes, 5 minutes on the other side. Good texture to them. Put a little bit of lemon juice on it. Hamburger bun. Not bad at all. Very juicy. Very flavorful, as I like to say. Speaking of flavorful, everybody resubscribe or subscribe. Make sure you do that now. And also on my YouTube, also subscribe there. I added a couple more, the last couple episodes of... what do you call it? Of my walk and talk, little 5-minute videos as well onto there. So there's plenty of things to watch. Shrimp tartare, no, that would probably not taste all that good. Now shrimp taters, delicious. There you go, shrimp taters. Yep. Instead of a potato, we mix up some shrimp in it. Delicious. My goal is just to write on a bunch of different things today. Hopefully, maybe nothing that I can totally count as words, but words that are written. So it's easier in the days ahead. I didn't write a lot yesterday. Obviously, I was on. I didn't write a lot on Monday, so I'm starting the week. My week starts on Monday. Fiscal week starts Monday. My goal is 10,000 words and to have off 5 days. Technically, yesterday was a day. I counted it as a day off because I did not write a ton of words on a specific thing. So, anyway, that's the way I'm looking at things. Is that a Michigan State hat? No, this is a Jumbo Shrimp hockey hat from my Jumbo Shrimp hat collection. I am a huge Michigan Wolverines fan, though, so that's probably what you're thinking of. Jumbo Shrimp Hockey. So they do with the Jacksonville Icemen, the minor league hockey team, which plays across the street at the arena. They do events a couple times every year back and forth. So they might have a Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp Hockey Night, and they're selling the hockey players are wearing Jumbo Shrimp jerseys, and then they auction them off. Or the Jumbo Shrimp are selling a couple of different hats every year with the, with hockey on it, with hockey sticks and blah blah blah. So there's always a tie-in of the teams. There's also, they do the Jaguars. They do a teal hat for the Jumbo Shrimp as well. Is your coffee prepared dark and lovely? It's actually, yeah, it's good. I could have used a little more cream in it, though. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's my second cup today, and I almost forgot it, so I had to run, and I didn't put enough cream in it, so it's a little hot. But it is marshmallow flavored coffee. It's all right. I've had most of it. That chocolate chip IHOP coffee yesterday was very good, though. I will have that again. What do they do for the Jacksonville Professional Bowling Team? Oh, well, they do all the pins. They do the Jumbo Shrimp logo on it. For some reason in my feed is some chick who bowls. And now I'm seeing, I guess because I've watched a couple of the videos, that you just watch until the next video comes on my Reels and on Instagram and TikTok. Now I have her on all three. I don't follow her, but I have her on all three bowling. And apparently people don't like her. They say she's fat. I think she's got a little chunk on her, which is fine. But they say that her legs are very, very thick. And so guys are on there talking about how fat her legs are. And I'm like, well, she's a bowler. She uses her legs all the time. Leave her frig alone. But I don't know why. It's like one of those things I've noticed lately over the last like week or so. It's like every time I turn TikTok or something on, I see her bowling a strike. I'm like, do you ever miss? You ever pick up the spare? This explains why she's in your feed. Probably, likely, yes. All three algorithms are like, yes, oh, this chick's got big thighs. Let's put it. This guy will watch it. I befriended on Facebook the two guys I'm doing a signing with at Vortex Books next month. So I'm not sure what they write. I think it looks like one of them does splatterpunk stuff, but I could be wrong. They seem excited to be there. It's all men on the beach and fat girl butts on Mondo Talk. Pretty much. One of the ones I watched, the beach walk one, the guy disappeared. I'm guessing YouTube took him off because the thing says live on it, but it's not live because after like 20 minutes, I'd look up and I'm like, we just passed these people. Like you got a 20-minute loop, and this is like a 6-hour video. You just keep re-looping it over and over and over, and they probably don't like that. That's my guess. I probably need to find the MondoCon video from last year on TikTok because I think I can share that. I gotta remember that. Let me write that down. MondoCon Twitch video. Share that onto YouTube. And that'll work. All right, let me get some freaking writing in here. Like write things and stuff. Very windy today. Very windy. Where's everybody today? Not working, and you guys are the only ones working. That's why you're on. It is crazy. You're right. That's a good word for it. Like that Seal song. I was thinking of Britney Spears. Like the coffee. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Try to get to the. I'm going to try to get to the next page on this. Count my words for the day. You know what I'm saying? Probably got about 300 words I wrote so far on this. So if I can get to like say 500 words, I'll be happy. It's not next page yet, Mr. Frank. It's not that time. I said the words next page. That was probably what was confusing. Next page, Mr. Frank. Next page. All right, I got to the next page. And I think I'm done with this story for right this second. Just don't want to write anymore on it, okay? Back off. I did hit the next page on the other one, yes. Next page, Mr. Frank. Again. Wonderful. Wonderful. Pissing away those points like crazy. I'm gonna write a few more words here, and then I think I'm gonna wrap this up a little bit early. Ooh, back scratcher time though. Well, you know what? I'm gonna use my new one. My wife bought me or got me a new one. Did I show you this one? Look at that! Look at that beauty. You could have a knife fight with this one. One of her vendors. Oof. You know, there's nothing like. I mean, the plastic one is good, but there's nothing like a solid wooden back scratcher. You know what I'm saying? Bamboo exactly, sustainable is right. This will survive nuclear war. And it's got one of those balls on the end. See, you can roll your back on it or something. I don't know what the heck you do with that. That sounds like it's doing some damage. Oh, I'm digging. You know what I'm saying? I am digging in that back, ripping hair out and everything. It's the way to do it, though. It's like your soul is itchy. Yeah, that dug pretty deep. I think my entire back is now bleeding, but still good. My wife is leaving soon. She's got to go take her mom to the doctor, and so I think I am going to be watching some Skinwalker Ranch from last night. New episode, I'm sure I'll scream at the television. Our boy Travis. Yep, the Dragon Show is right. They don't use Dragon nearly enough anymore. In the first couple of seasons, anytime they wanted to do we're going to dig on the ranch, and he was violently opposed to it. He was very upset. No. Look what happened to Thomas. Thomas got that giant lump on his head and had to go to the hospital. Yeah, we can't dig. Anytime we dig, something wrong happens. Then he pleaded with the boss not to let them dig on the property. And now, like, I don't know, season 3, 4, whatever, 57 we're in now, he never says anything now. And then they just dig, and then, of course, all the machinery stops. And Dragon Cave like the French every time. Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, he definitely has some French blood in him. The producers were probably like, all right, this season, don't fight them on that. Just frown a lot. Just frown and nod your head every now and then we'll keep paying you. Because otherwise, you really don't have anything to do with it. All you do is you and Travis set up the rockets that you shoot into the sky, and then every time the rocket goes up, you go, it moved. It should have went straight up, and it moved away from the anomaly. Between watching Skinwalker Ranch and watching the border show that I like to watch, where people try to cross in and out of Mexico into Texas or back, they use the word anomaly about 1 billion times in these shows. Well, I see there's an anomaly in the car. I think there's drugs in the back seat. We keep shooting the rockets up into the anomaly. That's the portal where the spaceships are coming and going. They're like, there's spaceships in the back seat of this car? No, that's fentanyl. That's where they put the fentanyl. And probably the spaceships probably fly through it as well. Very windy out. Very, very windy. It's funny because it says I have 2 viewers. I've had 2 viewers this whole time. And I think Tom maybe dropped out. But it could be like when I get the summary thing, it'll say I had most viewers at a time was 2, but it'll say I had like 15 viewers. And I'm like, are they're dropping in and out, like taking turns? Seems weird. You are the only bozo chatting. You know, I appreciate you chatting, bozo. Maybe I'll get to the next page on this one as well. But not yet, Frank, not yet. Nick Zinn, I'm too busy working, photographing plus curves model. Let's see some pictures of that. We don't believe you. Is she in a Subway? Are you also picking up a delivery there? Hey, ma'am, I'm going to take some pictures of you, but let's go to Subway so I can kill two birds with one stone. I got to pick up a couple of subs here. Girls like that like cheese, exactly. Do you normally do your photography? Is it normally people? Like that's what you like. That's your thing. Like it's like couples coming. Oh, let's do our engagement pictures. Those kinds of things. And then do you do like places and stuff like that? Do you ever like get hired like you go out and do I don't know, like a ribbon cutting ceremony? I don't know. I'm just going here. Let your model know that she can subscribe to my YouTube channel, and anybody else who's there, anybody in the Subway, anybody right now that's making your subs. I like how much fast food the strippers in the Johnny Bell book eat. We're keeping it real. You know what I'm saying? You ever been around strippers? They eat a lot of junk food. We were to be on lunch but running late, so I'm only watching. No audio. Okay. The type of strippers Nick would photograph. Exactly. Eating Subway subs. Doing like that Lady in the Tramp thing. A stripper on either side of the sub, and they just eat into the middle of the sub. And then he makes a flip book out of it and sells it. Is that what Nick writes in the corner of flip books? Yes, he's sitting on the Nick chair writing flip books. All the spelling is probably correct in his flip books, though. Likely, more than likely. I think if you do flip books, you're supposed to use proper grammar. Pow. Exactly. What are you doing? 1960s Batman? Did get to the next page though on this, so that's something. Just broke 50,000 words as well. Again, something. All right, I'm out of here. Nick, have a good time at Subway. Frank, have a good time with the fertilizer people. And I gave you enough jingle today. You did. You jingled the hell out of me today. Appreciate it. I will probably be on tomorrow. More than likely. Enjoy the rest of your holiday.